Hello there. It's time again for some more of that wonderful goddess wisdom. Today we have the Sphinx, and the Sphinx represents challenge. Now, there's a lot to be said about challenges. I mean, we face them pretty much every single day. Something pops up that kind of gets in the way and says, pay attention to me. And yeah, we've got to either deal with it or ignore it, whichever you feel like doing at the time. And the unfortunate thing is when we choose to ignore things, they have a tendency of pushing themselves into our lives and saying, you can't ignore me, you must pay attention to me. Which is why, in a lot of mythology, when we talk about things or entities that pop up to challenge us, they are standing right in our faces and blocking our way. Basically, when it comes to challenges, they're saying, you cannot move forward until you deal with me. Quite often in the mythology, there's a riddle that's being posed that you have to solve before you can move forward. And I think that this is quite the analogy for some of the obstacles that we face that get in our way, that prevent us from what we would consider to be moving forward. The whole idea behind this is when it comes to being challenged like that, we need to come at it with everything that we've got. Basically use whatever resources are there at your hand. There's this notion, especially when it comes to the education system and comes to testing, where they pretty much leave you on your own to figure things out. Well, you know what? Life isn't like that. There are resources out there. There are people out there who have been through these challenges before and actually might have some really great wisdom and insight that you can use to help you get through your challenges. Once again, the big challenge that we're facing right now is isolation, and sometimes it feels like there isn't anybody out there that we can reach out and contact, that we can ask questions. There are some people who roll their eyes and think that you're asking stupid questions. I tend to be more of the philosophy of there is no such thing as a stupid question, simply because if nobody's ever given you the knowledge before, how can you be expected to know it? So, I think that we can, once again, that whole idea of stress reduction, I think that we can really reduce an awful lot of our stress if we look at obstacles and things that get in our way, not so much as obstacles, but as challenges. Something has popped up to challenge you, to get you thinking, to get you working, to teach you to be resourceful. Sometimes when you're in the situation, you're kind of sitting there and you're thinking, this is nothing but a big pain in the ass. And that I can certainly understand, because even on my most spiritual days, the first thing that pops into my head is, this is just a pain in my ass. But I think, and this is also coming from personal experience, if you can look at the things that pop up in your life that get in your way and stop you from moving forward, you can look at them as a challenge and say, how can I make this work? How can I turn this around? What am I supposed to learn from this experience? What is this teaching me? What resources do I need to find and tap into in order to get through this, work through this, move past this sort of thing. Definitely changing that mindset does open up doors for you, because then you are no longer problem seeking. You are solution seeking. You're not just looking at a problem, you are actively searching for a solution. It puts the power back in your hands, and sometimes that can make all the difference. Quite often when we feel like an obstacle has been put in our way, we feel powerless. By turning the language around and looking at it as a challenge, this is putting the power back in your hands. And that can make all the difference in the world. So, when life gives you lemons, that horrible little cliche, make the lemonade. And make it yours. Make your own recipe. That's the best way to do it. Okay. You guys have a good day, and we'll talk to you again soon. If you like what you see, click like. If you know somebody who would like this, then click share. If you want to see more, click subscribe. And if you've got some comments or ideas, please make your comments. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.